SUVs are the hottest segment right now, but people are getting very demanding. They not just want something that has great technology, they want great fuel economy, and that means they want some sort of hybrid technology. But they also want all-wheel drive, so no matter where you live across the country, you get everything you want. They want a quiet ride and all the newest things. Well, we've got something for you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix. This is the 2021 Toyota Venza. You may have heard that name in the past. They have brought it back, but they've made it even better. So if you owned a Venza in the past, they were really popular, and then they fell out of people's interest. But now it's back, and it's completely new both inside and out. It's also running for North American SUV of the Year. If this is your first time to the channel, we bring you car smarts and great car information you don't get anywhere else. Plus, you get car smarts. We'll give you a complete rating on everything, and at the end, we'll give you a total. So when you go to test drive, you'll know what you're looking at, and you'll know what the competition is doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you don't miss anything. The Toyota Venza comes all-wheel drive. All trim levels come all-wheel drive. And they all come hybrid, and they all have great technology. We're going to show you some really cool technology you have not seen in other vehicles. Plus, we're going to take it for a ride. We're going to see how quiet it is in the seating, and we'll check out the second row and give you a whole list of things you want to know, plus how much storage there is and a value rating. Let's take it for a drive. There are 3 trim levels of the Venza. All 3 of them have the exact same engine, a 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine that has 2 electric motors. One of them is for the EV mode and to help you get going off the line. And believe me, it makes a difference. The other one is for the all-wheel drive. So when you need it, it's there. So it's waiting on the rear axles. Really smart idea. And it's a great way to get better fuel economy on top of that. And combined fuel economy for this vehicle is 39 miles to the gallon. That's really good. When we talk about price at the end, you'll see the value rating might just impress you. One of the things that stops people from buying hybrid vehicles is they think the battery is going to be very expensive to replace. Well, Toyota has a solution for that. This battery is good for 150,000 miles or 10 years, and they have a warranty to back it up. Let's start off in the EV mode. This is going to be part of what makes this hybrid vehicle important to a lot of people, waiting for your kids outside school, soccer practice, the mall, whatever it is you do, taking someone to the airport, waiting for them to come out. All this is something that's part of that EV mode, and it's nice and quiet, it has good pickup, and it's good for up to about 30 miles an hour. After that, it's going to kick in the gas motor. The normal mode, it's for your everyday driving, just getting around town, doing whatever you want to do. But then there's the sport mode, and we just flip that little switch in the center in front of the Prindle, and we put our foot in it. Wow, makes a big difference with the hybrid motor. Really good get up and go. Important when you're getting on an on-ramp, need to make a pass, get away from a situation. Really did a great job getting the power down to the ground, and I think that's a really important part of this vehicle. The Venza really has impressed, not just on the outside, but on the inside. I really wasn't sure what to think. The previous Venza was good. This is great, and for performance, it earned a 9. The handling on the Venza is something that's important. It needs to be predictable, and that it is. They've done a good job making this a very predictable vehicle with a really quiet ride. Now, the ride is part of a feature, but it's also important when it comes to handling. We have rough roads out here, at least in New York State, and when you hit these potholes, like I just did, you don't even hear it. It's quiet, and so it absorbs it all, and that's important. So that's shock absorbers, and that's springs, and that's part of all of this design and the suspension. They did a really good job. They knew they had to come into the marketplace really strong, and that they did. So good brakes, good handling, very predictable, nice ride quality as well. Overall, it earned a 9. Toyota is known for safety, and they've added a lot of safety that's standard. This particular vehicle is limited. It has blind spot detection, a round view camera. It has mirrors that tilt. I mean, they really thought about all the safety, but this is a limited, and you can only get certain features on the limited that you can't get on other cars. And that was sort of frustrating to me because I would think that Toyota would have included everything. Yes, that would probably bring the lower trim levels to a higher price point, but safety is important. I can replace cars all day long. I just can't replace you. And so for safety, it earned a 9. When it comes to visibility, it's really important. But there are times we fill up the back with luggage, or we went to Costco or kids' stuff, and you can't see out the back. What do? Well, Toyota has a solution for that, and that's why it earned a 10. Not just the mirrors that tilt down when you go in reverse, the around view camera, but when you press this button right here, I can get the camera in back, and it can see so well. It gives me 180 degrees so I can see what's going on behind me. This is starting to become the new technology that you're starting to see in a lot of vehicles. We originally saw it in Cadillac. They were one of the first people to bring it to market. But now Toyota's bringing it in a Venza at a much lower price point. That's really smart. And visibility is so important. It's the number 2 factor that I always say when you're going to buy a vehicle. And number 1 is seating. If you've seen some of my other reviews, you know I'm always complaining about seating comfort. I don't have a bad back, but I think if you purchase any vehicle, whether you're buying it today or you're buying it down the road, seating comfort has to be an important factor. So the driver's seat, in this case, is 8-way. It has lumbar, which I appreciate, 4-way lumbar for that matter. But then you go to the passenger side and there's nothing. I don't understand why this vehicle has literally everything you can think of. Heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, head-up display. It has amazing features. Where is the lumbar on the passenger side? I just don't get it. And that is something that is an important factor. The front seats are great on the driver's side, passenger side, not so great. Let's take a look at the second row. When you get into the second row, there is a lot of room, not just headroom, shoulder room, more than enough room for 2 people back here. Even a third person might be a little tight. Nice pockets behind both of the seats. I appreciate that as well. I'm sure you will. 2 vents, pretty simple. And then down here is 2 connections that are USB. That's good. And the door, pretty simple, just cup holders, nothing fancy back here. But overall, the back seats are pretty comfortable. And of course, you can pull down this center area. You've got 2 cup holders. But the fact there's no lumbar on the passenger side, it earned a 7 for seating. When you're looking at technology, it's not just the analog gauges that are in front of you or this screen that's in the middle that is completely adjustable. You can change to whatever mode you want. You want to know the fuel economy, you can have your messages, you can get the different information as far as safety, blind spot detection and so forth like we discussed, your energy monitor, which is really cool, especially if you're running in a hybrid mode. You get your audio system, your driver support, and then of course back to your fuel economy. Going back to your center screen, you can see this is 12.3 inches, really huge. I love the fact the vents are integrated in. They did a great job. Here are all your climate controls, and you can still go back to your home button. You can pick your menu. And again, when you look at that, look at all the different stuff you can get, including the Entune applications that you may have experienced before when it comes to Toyota. Don't forget that they also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Google Assist. They thought about the things that you want. You go to your audio settings, you pick what you want, and then of course your map. Now this is a little bit antiquated for me. I kind of show you where the vehicle's parked, but that's okay. But when you look down here and you look at some of the controls in here, you've got different charging ports, your power button, and then as you go further down, you've got your drive modes. You can do all EV, you can go into sport mode or normal mode. Further back you have your Prindle, which is your park, reverse, drive, neutral, regular shifter, which is very nice. You've got your 2 cup holders and then your center console. But wait, inside the center console, look inside the center console. This is pretty cool. You've got 3-stage heated and ventilated seats. Very nice for this price point, as well as a pretty deep center console. There's quite a bit of controls up top here, including this totally awesome rearview mirror. You can see me in here. Hello. You press this button and you get all these controls. You've got a head-up display. So for technology, I gave it a 9. The one thing it needs is we got to upgrade this map to something a little bit more current. There are a ton of features on this car. You would not believe all the goodies that come in this car for the price point. It's really a crossover utility, but when you look at all the features, the soft touch material, which is really impressive. You've got a nice sized glove box as well. Big, deep glove box, all the details, the JBL audio system, and then in addition, you've got more controls here, heated steering wheel, head-up display, really nicely designed, more memory seats, and then everything in the back, as well as the storage. Just thinking about how things go together. Overall, for features, it earned a 9. The all-new Venza really impressed us, not just with the quiet interior, its all-hybrid powertrain, how things are put together, the soft materials, the gaps in the panels, just the overall build quality was really impressive. Now, we didn't expect anything less when it comes to Toyota, but they really thought about all the details and what people want. The hybrid powertrain impressed, as they said, again, quality components, and of course, the long warranty. And I believe as part of quality, the Toyota Care, which is complimentary for up to 2 years or 25,000 miles, and the 3-year 36,000 mile warranty. Quality definitely is there. I gave it a 10. One of the cool design features on the Venza is the LED projector lights, which is here, but also look at these very cool LED daytime running lights. Beyond that fact, if you look at the front of this vehicle, it's different and it has that hybrid logo that Toyota likes to use. You'll note the very sleek lines on the hood of this vehicle, very smooth, also very aerodynamic, and that also helps along with the fuel economy. Part of the design feature are these really nice alloy wheels. These are 19-inch. The one thing that I'm kind of not a fan of on design is the gap between the wheelhouse and the tire. I'd like to see it either a bigger tire or a vehicle has the ability to go down lower. It just seems like a huge gap on the front and the rear. Again, that's sort of a personal thing, but I like to see it more combined. Going further back, we have the side view mirrors that do fold in. I really like that, and the chrome strip. You can see out the windows from the side. They don't have the belt line, that's this line, too high like they do on some of the competition. I really like how the Venza has this all coming together in this beautiful blue car. I do like the detail on the LED taillights. It strip runs all the way across the back. It really puts this all nicely together. I'm really a fan of the extended roof line and the fact that the third taillight is right here across the top. Really sleek, well built in, not something that's in your face obvious like a lot of manufacturers do. In addition, this LED light, like we were talking about, goes all the way across the back. You've got your Venza logo, your hybrid logo, which is cool, and your limited hybrid. And across the back here, it's matte black. This is good for keeping the dirt off, easy to clean the vehicle, and they've really done a great job of integrating everything. There are 2 chrome tailpipes that actually are exhaust pipes, which is nice, and I appreciate that. Don't show me something I can't use. So for design, it earned a 9. The new Venza offers so much for the money. Starts in that mid $30,000 range and loaded up with all the goodies like this limited hybrid. You're coming in about $42,000. Remember, you can buy all the extra goodies that you might want, like a bike rack as well. When you're looking at total value, it definitely earns a 10. And don't forget, it's running for North American Utility of the Year. I think it's got a pretty good shot. I think what's most impressive about the new Venza is the quiet ride, the quick pickup, the all-wheel drive, its hybrid technology giving you excellent fuel economy, the huge screen. Thank you, Toyota, again, for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It has Google Assist, and really, they thought about things that you want. If you're going to buy this really cool Stargazer sunroof, it's extra. Do you need it? I don't know, why not? But it's one of those things, if you're putting it into a lease, you may only see a couple dollars a month. The fact is this vehicle comes loaded at a very fair price, and its total score was 91. There are a lot of competitors in this class, and the key is to test drive all these vehicles that you think might fit into your price range as well as your insurance budget. But look at the Venza. You might be surprised. If you had one in the past, forget about that. The new one is really impressive in literally every single aspect. I just think it needs lumbar on the passenger side. Again, that's up to you. Everybody's different. If you got value from this video, make sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, put your comments down below. If you took one for a test drive, did you have an older Venza? Did you buy the newer one? Tell us what you bought if you didn't buy this vehicle. Again, it's all about having car smarts. Don't forget to check out our book. It will also give you car smarts. We appreciate your support on our Patreon page. Follow us on all forms of social media at LaurenFix. Don't forget to check out our all-new website, Car Coach Reports. We'll see you next time.